What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, coming to you guys with a quick video and a quick question. Yeah. So why are we still dragging Kim Burrell? Why are we dragging Kim Burrell? Kim Burrell, first of all, is getting her comeuppance, as she should, for the dumb shit she said. Okay. And the fact that she is, no pun intended, in bed with a lot of LGBTQ individuals and making money and profiting off of those relationships. Okay, so hypocrite, yeah. Dumb shit, yeah. But why we still talking about it? Why we still dragging her? I don't understand it. Now we want to drag Shirley Ceasar for her beliefs and her religion. I'm not with that. I'm not with that, because you don't want nobody dragging you for your beliefs and your religion. So why are we dragging them for their beliefs and their religion? Now, if they are making these hypocritical moves, yeah, sure. But what is more important to me is why we not even having the conversation about Phil and Schultz, people. Why we not talking about Phil and Schultz? I just don't understand that. I'm so confused by it all. Who is Phil and Schultz, you guys? He's the owner of Coachella. Phil and Schultz is one of the richest people in America, with an estimated fortune of over $10 billion, and is listed at number 42 on the Forbes USA Billionaires list as of May 17, 2016. His entertainment company, AEG, is the world's largest owner of the sports teams and venues, including the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Staples Center, and the O2 Arena. In addition, Ann Schultz owns the Weekly Standard, the Washington Examiner, and Regal Cinemas. He's also one of the largest landowners in the country. Ann Schultz Foundation gave $110,000 to the Alliance Defending Freedom between 2011 and 2013. Ann Schultz Foundation gave $50,000 to the National Christian Foundation between 2011 and 2013. Ann Schultz Foundation gave $30,000 to Family Research Council between 2010 and 2013. Now, who's the Family Research Council? Just to, give a point of reference. let's just try to give that some type of context. Okay? Well, that foundation is run by, let's see here. The Family Research Council is run by James Dobson, who says homosexuality is a disorder that results most commonly from the early development problems, including serious family dysfunction and wounds and damages the child, early sexual abuse, and or sexual exploitation by an older homosexual during the critical period of adolescence. This is his view, okay, which kind of sort of is oxymoronic, because how can you therefore say that, if this, let's say this is true, how can you therefore say a person can help being gay? I don't, anyway, these groups are extremely dumbass. But great, moreover, the greater issue is what Phil and Schultz did for, we know for a fact, 2 to 3 year periods to donate to these groups. Okay, that's fine. In his defense, okay, Phil and Schultz has come out and said, I unequivocally support the rights of all people without regard to sexual orientation. We are fortunate to employ a wealth of diverse individuals throughout our family of companies, all of whom are important to us. The only criteria on which they are judged is the quality of their job performance. We do not tolerate discrimination in any form. Both the Ann Schultz Foundation and I contribute to numerous organizations that pursue a wide range of causes, he added. Neither I nor the foundation fund any organization with the purpose or expectation that it would finance anti-LGBTQ initiatives. And when it has come to my attention, or the attention of the Ann Schultz Foundation, that certain organizations, either the foundation or I have funded, have been supporting such causes, we have immediately ceased all contribution to such groups. Okay, again, great. I think that's awesome. I really, I'm glad that he cleared that up. And, you know, listen, COS, which is a Consequence of Sound website, has said, you know, but Ann Schultz's crusade against gay rights is only the tip of the iceberg in terms of his anti-liberal agenda. Because it then goes on to talk about how he is funding, you know, anti-environmental activist bill, okay, which you guys may not care about, but maybe you want to talk about Ann Schultz's track record with the LGBT community. It is especially dubious, as he has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to anti-gay organizations, which, you know, he's denied, and supported anti-gay legislation. What? Such as Colorado's Amendment 2, which sought to enable private property owners and employers to discriminate against homosexuals and lesbians. According to the Washington Post, Ann Schultz has contributed funds to the Alliance Defending Freedom and the National Christian Foundation and the Family Research Council, all of which staunchly oppose LGBTQ rights. Now, he has denied it, and that seems to be good enough for everybody. Okay, you know, many of the artists on Coachella's lineup would likely be appalled by such activities, but it remains to be seen whether or not they will take action or respond publicly. Fans, of course, also have the option to simply not buy a ticket. Now, this is all from Cosplay. My question is to you guys, why are we still dragging Kim Burrell, but we're not calling this issue to task? I just don't understand it. Now, he's not contributing now, that's what he says, which is perfectly fine. And apparently the executive director for Freedom for All American has expressed optimism regarding Ann Schultz in a statement to Rolling Stone. It says it's encouraging to see that even those who have funded groups opposed to LGBT equality in the past were willing to change their views and come around to opposing discrimination. My thing is this: I don't know what you putting your money towards, and you don't know what I'm putting my money towards, okay? He has said that he had no idea about it, but he gave for some 2 to 3 years. You worth $10 billion and you're not vetting the organizations that you're giving the money to. Okay, let's say you did vet them. You did know, and that was something you believed in, but you don't believe it now. You know, hey, if Ann Schultz can change, and he has put his money behind what he didn't believe in, certainly we can give Kim Burrell a chance to turn and to change. Now, if this is her religion and she wants to stand by that religion, I think she should have the right to do so. Okay, but to me, I think it's wrong and it's hypocritical for us as supporters of LGBT community and people who are actively members of the LGBTQ community to still hold her feet to the fire, and we're not holding Ann Schultz or his bevy of companies that we are funding and donating to in one way or another. Because believe it or not, Radiohead, Kendrick Lamar, and Beyonce are going to make millions of dollars, for Ann Schultz over Coachella. Okay, millions of dollars, because it's hundreds of artists that are lined up to perform. But for us not to even be talking about this thing, for us not to even be chewing on this thing and hashing it out and fleshing things out, I think it's hypocritical, in my opinion, considering the fact that we still want to hold Kim Burrell feet to the fire for the fact that this is her religion, this is what she believes, and she had the audacity to speak out aloud about it. Okay, We have, again, I have no idea what you're spending your money on, and you don't know what I'm spending my money on. But it's at least worth the conversation. If you're going to ask me for something, if you're going to ask me to co-sign and participate in your event, I want to know where you are putting your money on the back end. Because if you're putting your money on the back end against African American initiatives, or if you're working hard to change the bills that that destroy and break the racism that African Americans are experiencing on a daily basis, if you're putting your money against an anti-black agenda, I want to know. I want to know all about it. Okay, we get behind people who speak outright their truth, okay, all the while wanting to speak our truth outright. But at the same time, there's tons of things that are moving and operating behind the scenes that, because they're not obvious to us, we're just not even going to talk about it. And then when stories like this come out in Rolling Stones, and I'm saying this because AEG CEO Phil Anschutz says the anti-LGBTQ reports is fake news, but it isn't fake news. You did contribute, not 1 year, not 2 years, but in some cases 3 years. Okay, and you funded, this whole initiative behind the Second Amendment, right, in Colorado. Okay, so it's not fake news. That's bull crap. Okay, this really happened. You're saying if I did it, I didn't know it. Which is like admitting, but not really admitting. You know what I'm saying? It's plausible deniability, I guess. But at the same time, we want to drag Shirley Ceasar. We want to drag Kim Burrell. We want to drag anybody that comes and stands with them. I don't understand that. I just don't get it. We're not even going to talk about it, right? We're not even going to bring it up. Okay? Even if we want to talk about it in the terms of, hey, Phil Anschutz said he didn't do it, and he didn't know, and he's not doing it now, and so we're cool with that. We're not even having that discussion. His name isn't even coming up. Okay, boycott Coachella is not even trending. It was out there for a few seconds, but it's not even trending. Go out there and put in boycott Coachella and read some of that stuff that people are talking about. Read some of that stuff that they're saying. Okay, again, this company, this man is worth over $10 billion, you guys. He can splinter that money off and put it anywhere he wants to. Okay, and you wouldn't be none the wiser. All right, so did you stop giving because it was called out? I don't know. We have no way of knowing. Apparently, this organization, Freedom for All Americans, is satisfied to a certain degree. Why shouldn't we be satisfied to a certain degree? Okay? I'm just saying. You guys are so busy chasing this outright blatant act of hate that the devil we don't know is operating behind the scenes. And I'm not saying Phil Anschutz is that. I'm just saying there's a lot of devils behind the scene that's operating that we don't even care about. But you know what? If we get off Twitter, and we get off Instagram and all of these and actually do some bona fide research and do a little bit of digging, I bet you're going to find a lot of people out there that's donating and giving to organizations that don't support your lifestyle, that don't support your skin color, that don't support your ethnic community. Okay, and to me, that's a greater discussion than Kim Burrell coming out and saying what she believed according to her religion. That's all I'm saying. Why aren't we talking about it? Why aren't we hashing it out? In support of, not in support of, just unpacking this thing. We aren't doing any of that. Why? Why are we staying on the Kim Burrell train? Okay, why are we constantly talking about Soulja Boy and Chris Brown in this fake fight that's not gonna happen? That they're gonna make tons of money off of. 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Soulja Boy, and Chris Brown. But this is something that we just sweep under the rug. We not gonna unpack that at all. Why? Why? That's all I want to know, honeybees. You guys let me know what you think. What do I know? You know what I'm saying? Until next time, honeybees, I'll holler.